Good morning, students. In the last lesson, I had given you some assignments to do. We have already finished 2 chapters. I had mentioned to you that we will be doing the letter this time rather than following the next chapter. So we have both formal letter and personal letter explained in chapter 2 and 3 respectively. We'll just revise what we have been doing in class 9th. There is no change, everything remains the same. What you need is more writing practice. Therefore, we'll just see today what are the things that you must remember while you write the letter. In the personal letter, we have got a format here on the screen. We have got, first of all, the address of the person who is writing. We have here on the screen the address of the person who is writing. Then we have got date to be written. Then we have got the addressing, the salutation, and then we have the body of the letter divided into minimum 3 paragraphs. Don't write the whole thing into one single paragraph. We have got the 3 different paragraphs, and then we have got at the end yours affectionately and your first name. Remember, do not use your full name in personal letter. In personal letter, we only use the first name. So we have got a mark also differently allotted for this. Mark for the address, mark for date, and the salutation and the body of the letter, and at the end their signature. So we will see what are the things we must remember while writing this. Just to remind you, whatever we have learned last year, the same thing it is explained clearly in your book in a different way too. So we have here, if you are writing to your real relatives, you have how to address them, dear mommy, dear dad, okay, or you can name them. If it's your friends, you can also name them, dear Saran, my dear, or you can even call my dear friend. And acquaintance means people whom you know, may not be that very dear to you, but you know them, so you can also use the name Mr. Swami, dear Mr. Swami, dear friend. All these words can be used. Now the opening sentence is very important. We have already learned the first sentence must be appropriate to the question. If it's a question regarding replying a letter that you have already received, for example, you received say a gift from your mummy or your daddy or your friend for something, and then you are writing a thanking letter. So you must always say, I was delighted to receive the gift that you sent me. Or say you received a letter from somebody and then you are writing a thanking letter. Then you must always write, I was delighted to hear from you, or I was delighted to receive your letter, and so on. So whenever you are writing something, you must accordingly frame your opening sentence. Your opening sentence carries half a mark, and that must be appropriate to the question. So here are a number of examples given here. The first one, I was delighted to hear of your success. So that means you are writing a congratulating letter. The next one, I am very sorry to tell you, or it's an apologizing letter or a condolence letter. It could be any of that. Then next one, do you know what has happened? That means you are informing something about some incident, some accidents, and so on. How can I ever thank you? That means it is a thanking letter. So from your first sentence, we come to know what kind of a letter you are writing and to whom you are writing. Therefore, when you write the opening sentence, you must be very careful to understand the question and accordingly frame your sentence. So this is how you begin your sentence, your letter, and then you have to take care in the opening sentence. After that, we write the body of the letter. Please don't be too stingy in putting your matter into words. When you write a personal letter, you can explain them in detail and then put in words, in split into 3 paragraphs minimum. Don't make a one single paragraph and expect a 10 mark. You will not get. If you want to get a full 10 mark, you need to put them into different paragraph, each paragraph having connection with the previous one. That means it should be a continuous flow of the matter that you are writing. Just like we give importance to the opening sentence, there is a equal importance given to the concluding sentence too. See, there are many examples given here how you must give the concluding sentence. If you are writing to your brother or your sister, you can write give regards to your parents. Say it is your friend, your uncle, your cousin. If you are writing to them, you can just write give regards to your parents. So here we have various examples given here. If you are giving writing a letter to your friend, remember me to your brother, that means your friend's brother. If you are writing for somebody and you expect to help him or her further, so you can write, don't hesitate to write again, if I can be of any further help. That means you are offering your help to that person. We all miss you here. Say you came for a picnic and you are writing what is happening during the picnic to your friend, so you write we miss you here. Or you are in the party or in the hostel, or writing to your brother and you are especially missing somebody. When you are writing this, you can write. So here there are so many examples given here how you can conclude your letter. So your opening sentence and your concluding sentence is equally important, and you cannot just neglect them. So by heart them these words, and according to the questions you can put them up. Then we have got the subscription, say the leave taking, how you end it. If it is for near relatives, then we can write yours affectionately. If it is for friends, you can write yours sincerely. If it is for your acquaintance, then you can write yours sincerely. So here relative means brother, sister, dad, mom, uncle, friend, and so on. For everybody you can use this yours affectionately, or your affectionate daughter, your affectionate sister, your affectionate brother. Whatever you want to mention, you can mention. And I would request you'd follow this form, yours affectionately, instead of making it into a long sentence, so that it will be easy for you. You can just by heart them and use it for all the personal letters. So here we have once again the format of the box type for personal letter. Please keep up to this same format. You don't need to draw this line. This box is not to be drawn. You just have to put them in order. They have just put into the box, but that there isn't any need to put into the box. You just follow the margin. You see every paragraph is began from the margin. Don't go from the middle of the sentence to begin the paragraph. Everything in the same line it is followed. So follow in the same way from the margin, and end it with a single name. Please don't put your full name when you sign it. Now let us see the next format. Here we have the format of the formal letter. Formal letters are written to officers, people who are in authority, say business letters. And then we have got asking permission, or asking joining for duties and so on. Such kind of things are written in formal letters. In formal letters, what you have to remember is the first point. Just as you write address of the person who is writing in the personal letter, you will be doing that. And then as usual we will be writing the date. And then we have got the person to whom you are writing, say to principal, or to the publisher, or to the advertiser, or say to the newspaper editor. To whomever you are writing, that person's address. Usually this address is given in your question paper. it so happens that the question is write a letter to the newspaper editor of your city. So in that case you can write make up your own address. Otherwise usually this address is given in your question. Then we have got the salutation, dear sir. You remember in the personal letter it was dear mom, dear dad, dear friend, and so on. Here we have dear mom. Instead of dear mom we have got dear sir. Then we have got the subject. This is a new item in this letter. The address of the person to whom you are writing and the subject. These 2 points are new in this kind of letter. In the formal letter these 2 points are new. Subject is in the question, usually a subject is given. Say you are asked to write a letter to the editor of the newspaper saying the problem that is caused by the rising of the food prices. So here the subject is given, rising of the food prices. Whatever it is, whatever, usually that question is clear to the students in the question paper. So you have got the subject to be written. After that we have got the paragraph, the body of the letter. In this you don't have to detail your matter. Just like a personal letter, you don't have to ask how are you, what is all about, and question and giving details. Directly go to the matter, explain the matter according to the question that is given, and then next paragraph, the remedy or the cause or the solution that is to be expected from the person to whom you are writing is to be mentioned. And then we move to the ending, closing word, that is yours faithfully. Look at, in the other one it was yours affectionately, and here we have got yours faithfully. Remember, both the format is different. Yes, in the personal letter it is yours affectionately, and here in the address, say your signature is, look at Amit Gupta, both the name is used. So in personal letter only single name is used, and in the business letter or in the formal letter we use the full name as the signature. So you must remember 3 things here difference. First one, the address of the person to whom you are writing. Second one, the subject that is to be written. Third one, the ending signature that is to be in full name. Rest everything is as it is in the personal letter. And as just like a personal letter, you don't have to explain so much. Say you don't have to ask so many things. You directly jump into the matter. Whereas in personal letter you may ask a few details about the family or friends to whom you are writing. So I hope you have understood this much. So we'll just compare and see here. We have got in the personal letter address. We have got in the personal letter here the address, and then we have got the date. Then we have got address, date, and then salutation, the 3 different paragraph, yours affectionately, and first name to sign. And then we have got here in the formal letter we have got name, address of the person who is writing, date, address of the person to whom we are writing, the salutation, and then the subject matter, the body, and then yours affectionately, the ending, and then the full signature with the full name of the person. So we are in the last session I had told you to do the exercises in the book. Now I had already reminded you writing about essays and letter and notice in the copy. So I am reminding once again, your homework will be lessons 1 to 5. You have to complete in the copy before you come for your class after the lockdown. So when we come into the school, I will be checking your copy without any failure. So make sure that you do them in the copy. Now I have explained to you letter, I have explained to you the tense, and then how to go about with the writing of the essays. So I must have from every chapter one essay. Out of 5 you can select any one. Then I must have both the letters written in the copy, then the notice and the email written in the copy. So from every chapter 5 question must be written in the copy. You have to write a question and the answer, not that you simply write page number and chapter number and then write the answers. No, you must write the question and then the answer. When you write the essay, make sure that you write word limit 300 to 350, neither less than 300 nor more than 350. The same way when you write letter, make sure you write the words sufficient for 10 mark. You have got almost 5 to 6 mark for your body, so the matter must be accordingly explained. So till we come for the next class, stay home, be happy, and then do your homework without failure. Thank you.